Prince Harry, fifth in line to the British throne, has confirmed he is now a U.S. resident.
Prince Harry has just sent a clear message to King Charles and the royal family. Was it an olive branch or a declaration of independence, a step towards reconciliation, or a final farewell? We'll unpack it all, analyse the latest developments, and see what it means for Harry, Meghan, and the royal family's future.
I don't think that we can ever have peace with my family unless the truth is out there.
Since deciding to step down from senior royal duties alongside his wife, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's relationship with the royal family has been the subject of intense public discussion. The split widened further with the publication of Harry's explosive memoir, Spare, which detailed his strained relationship with his brother, Prince William, and his dissatisfaction with life within the palace walls. However, in a recent development, Prince Harry has sent a clear message to the royal family. Remember Megxit? Back in 2020, Harry and Meghan sent shockwaves through the monarchy when they stepped down as senior royals and jetted off to sunny California. Since then, the relationship between Harry and his family, particularly his brother William, has been, well, strained to say the least. Interviews with Oprah and accusations of racism within the palace walls didn't exactly help smooth things over.
Has anyone talked about how it feels? Because right now, I could not feel lonelier.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
The latter.
But then came a glimmer of hope. In February, news broke that King Charles, formerly Prince Charles, had been diagnosed with cancer.
We've received breaking news from Buckingham Palace, which has announced that the King has been diagnosed with cancer.
Harry, despite the rocky relationship, made a surprise visit to see his father. It felt like a baby step towards healing the rift. After this, Prince Harry gave a shocking statement which shook the royal family to the core. Harry recently confirmed that he's considering applying for US citizenship. This is a big deal. To become a US citizen, you have to renounce allegiance to any foreign prince or sovereign. It's a symbolic move that could be interpreted in a few ways. A deeply wounded Prince Harry has sent a clear message to his royal relatives as he considers shedding his royal status and prince title, according to a royal expert. It's thought that Harry announcing his potential plans to become a US resident is sending a sign to his father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William, that he accepts life in the US after being deeply wounded by his royal relatives. Harry's basically saying,
"This is my life now. I'm building a future in America."
It could also be a way of putting pressure on the royals. Harry might be saying, "The ball's in your court. If you want a relationship, you need to meet me halfway." Finally, there's the more dramatic interpretation, a final goodbye. Maybe Harry's fed up and severing ties for good. It is a sign Harry has cut ties and plans to stay in the US for good after events such as being pushed out of his UK royal residence and having his security cut when he visits the UK. That's intense. Do you think there's any chance of a full-blown reconciliation? We think that it's hard to say anything right now, keeping in view the circumstances. There's definitely still hurt and anger on both sides. However, the visit to see Charles after the cancer diagnosis shows some willingness. Although it was only a 30-minute-long meeting with his father, Harry and King Charles exchanged hugs, which looked stiff at first and then very casual as well. It might be possible that things may proceed in a better direction. Maybe with time and effort, they can rebuild trust. There is speculation that King Charles could be bringing an end to the royal family feud, with one expert suggesting he has kept the door open to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The royal expert also believes Harry will want to see his father just as much as the king wants to see him. He added, "We know security regarding Harry and Meghan and the children would be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. I would find it extraordinary if they wanted to see the king, that there would be a problem." Let's not forget Meghan Markle in all this. How do you think she factors into the potential reconciliation? Meghan is a wild card. Her relationship with the royals, particularly Camilla, has been strained. If there's going to be healing, it needs to be a collective effort, which includes Meghan. Ultimately, Harry and Meghan are a team. There is a little possibility that they might take back their royal responsibilities because the situation is complex. Stranger things have happened. Maybe if they can find a way to coexist peacefully, there could be a role for them in the future. Meghan has very rarely been back to the UK since leaving the royal family. She joined the royals to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee, but hasn't returned since the Queen's funeral in September 2022. Meghan has her own thoughts on Harry reaching out to Kate and William to try to work out their differences, but she believes he is making a big mistake if he considers reconciliation. While expressing sympathy for Kate's recent cancer diagnosis, the source claims Meghan is still hurt by past experiences. Meghan obviously feels sympathy for Kate and what she's going through, but in her mind, it doesn't change things. Kate announced her diagnosis and early treatment in late March. Harry and Meghan released a statement of support at the time. However, the source claims Meghan has no intention of forgiving the royal family for their previous actions, regardless of what Harry decides. It's an interesting question. Harry's decision on US citizenship could have far-reaching consequences. If he goes ahead with it, it could be interpreted as an important step back from tradition. It may also encourage other royals to adopt a more modern approach to their roles. During his and Meghan's 3-day visit to British Columbia, Harry made another significant statement about reconciliation and unity, saying,
"Our collective journey through truth and reconciliation is an important one for all of us."
Another gesture, sitting alone for an interview on Good Morning America, indicates that he does not want any controversial remarks made by his wife about the royal family to throw off things. In the bombshell interview, Harry appeared to be grateful to his father for allowing him to meet him even for a few minutes. His recent acts hint at melting the ice between Harry, Meghan, and the royal family, as he also avoided leaking any details about the king's health. We can't talk about Harry's message without considering his brother, William. Remember Spare, Harry's tell-all book that spilled the tea on their strained relationship? Those bombshell interviews didn't exactly smooth things over. So what's William's stance on this whole US citizenship thing? Well, according to royal sources, it's a complicated mix of emotions. Let's be honest, the public airing of dirty laundry probably didn't sit well with William. He likely feels hurt and angry over Harry's revelations. William might feel disappointed in the fractured relationship. Remember, they were once incredibly close. Despite the tension, there have been some positive signs. Harry's surprise visit to see their father after the cancer diagnosis suggests a willingness to mend fences, at least from Harry's side. Whether William reciprocates remains to be seen. As the future king, William shoulders a heavy burden. He might prioritise the stability and reputation of the monarchy above personal feelings. Harry's actions, particularly the potential US citizenship, could be seen as a threat to that stability. William's stance is a mix of hurt, disappointment, and maybe a flicker of hope. Will this message from Harry be the catalyst for reconciliation, or will it drive a deeper wedge between the brothers? Only time will tell. Harry, according to some experts, has decided to end the feud with the firm. Meghan is also on the same page with him in his efforts to repair the fractured relationship with the royal family. There are also speculations that the king has also asked Prince William to forgive Harry. After their royal exit, Harry and Meghan have settled into a new life in Montecito, California. They've embraced a more private lifestyle, focusing on their family with their 2 children, Archie and Lilibet. This move to California reflects their desire for more control over their lives and careers, a stark contrast to the structured world they left behind. Will they give up their privacy and independent personal family life for royal duties? Only the future will unfold this mystery. On Harry's recent statement, some folks are sympathetic towards Harry and Meghan, while others believe they're disrespecting the crown.